Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video in the world of Elmorin. Now, this video is kind of weird. It's kind of like a remaster of an area I did a while back, but I never really made a video of it. So I'm just going to show you the old picture real quick. Now, there's going to be a pretty big change, but I also wanted to keep the same basic designs and atmosphere as you saw in that older picture. So I'll kind of be letting the community be the deciding factor on if it was worth the upgrade. So without further ado, let's get straight on into the time lapse. Okay everybody, so to give everyone a little bit of history here, I built this probably, I don't know, give or take maybe about 2.5, maybe even close to, well yeah, about 2.5 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. But it was never really released on the channel like I said, or nor did I really show it to much of anyone. I figured it was just a small little build that didn't really need much attention. But I try to show all of you who, watch the channel everything that goes on in this project. So I decided, yeah, let me just fix it up, and here it is. So I want to present that to you guys. Now, this is a smaller set of houses that are downriver from Dirkshire and very close to the A-slung, like, big gate, thing that everyone knows about. Now, the set of buildings consists of 3 houses, a storeroom, and a small blacksmith. Now I wanted to bring this area more to life. I wanted it to have a little bit of flair to it, since really and truly the surrounding area is fairly desolate and leading into the lumberyard area and the surrounding forest. So I really figured that this was a perfect opportunity to help this area really feel more alive and much more vibrant in its design. And to be honest, this smaller build really helped me mentally when it comes to building. Now, after the gatehouse video from about 2 weeks ago, I hit that wonderful, awesome builder's block that, pretty much anyone who builds in Minecraft tends to get. So I wasn't really in the mood for building or really doing anything involving Minecraft. I'd log on a little bit, I'd log off after like 5 minutes, and I just could not get those creative juices going. So thankfully, as I was kind of like, looking through more and just kind of looking for issues or looking for small touch-ups, things like that, this old build kind of caught my eye, and I forced myself to get through it. So it actually really reinvigorated me to start building again and get back into the right headspace for that building. So it also really helped that I built a small little something, and I like to get Rex's server, and his community there has always been really positive, always helped me out. Rex actually helped get me into Conquest Reforged. So if you don't know, he's on Twitch. I like to get Rex. He's a really cool guy. You would love his streams. He builds amazing things in Conquest Reforged. So anyways, they helped me a lot, and combine that with my awesome, fantastic community, all of y'all, I'm feeling a lot better now, and I'm really coming up with a lot of ideas for future videos, so definitely stay tuned. It's gonna be really cool. Now that's pretty much all I have to say at the moment. Just like always, if you like the content, everything, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell so you see all the cool stuff this world has to offer, when we post a new video and things like that. But that's pretty much it. So thanks everyone. I'll see you again for the walkthrough. Alright everybody, so welcome in, and as you can see here, we have this small little area. So just to give you a little bit of the idea of where we are. So obviously we have Dirkshire here in the Hamphrey Valley. We had the windmill and things like that in this area. This was the original spot, and this is what we've remastered. And yeah, this is a lumber mill area, some cottages, stuff like that. So you can see the lumber mill like way out there. But really cool spot here. Like I said, it's surrounded by some farmlands, which do need a little bit of work. I am going to be working on that fairly soon, but this is the build itself, and I just wanted to show all of y'all this It's really cool. It came out really nicely. And like I said, I wanted to keep a lot of that original detailing in this world, you know, in this build here. And as you can see, it really just came together. I mean, I even kind of redid the walls or redid the bushes, all that stuff. I'm going to have that after picture available as well, so you can kind of see that before and after just a little bit. But I kept the same materials for the most part, kept the same outline, structures, everything of the builds. And this just looks really cool to me. It's like a nice homely vibe. But here we have the blacksmith area. We're just going to start off here. We're just going to make our way around. So originally, this really didn't have too much of a side. All this was just kind of bare and it was overgrown. I decided I wanted to change that. I still wanted it slightly overgrown, but I want lots of details here kind of all along this pathway. We, of course, have the small work area with grindstone, tools, all that good jazz here. Of course, you got to have different materials for it as well. So we have a little bit of, I think this is sandstone, a little bit of muddy brick. On the backside, we actually have some herb, like a small herb garden. You know, it looks pretty cool. And then this house is just a really nice little structure here. Like I said, really enjoyed this. It was really nice to be able to remaster and really make it into something. And if we go inside, you'll be able to see some really cool stuff here. So right off the rip, you can see here we just have a small kitchen area and dining area. Very small, very tiny, but it makes sense for what it is. They have the cookie pot here. They're cooking a little bit of soup, doing what they do best and eating, just like I do. I love to eat. And here we have all of the small kitchen area, some bear hide hanging up. We have some things here on the cabinets. We have some food, a ladder. And right here we have the small little storage area. And this is what you saw on the outside. Of course, once just easy, you know, have some coal for the fire, have some food hanging out in here. Just a small little something to not take up so much space in the kitchen, so it can take up space, you know, where it won't really be missed. If you go up the stairs, you can see here, this is the bedroom. Pretty nice. They do obviously have a small child. It's a double bed, pretty nice. I'd say that's like a queen size bed, somewhere around there. But we have this small little bedroom. It's not super detailed, it's not meant to be, but I still think it came out really well. And of course you can see that here. Really cool. Okay, and then we're going to move on down and we are going to add on to the next house right over here. So we're going to follow this pathway. I'm just going to take you for a big circle. And if you go to the left of this little partition, you can see once again another herb garden, something that they would be growing for food or seasonings and things like that. This place does not really provide their own food other than hunting, but they definitely provide, you know, small things to help flavor their food. Here, of course, we have the basic wooden house with thatch roofing. Before I get into that, Paps actually built this small area, or Dreaming in Sound. You can see it's really cool. We got the tree, the bird house, the well. Really, really pretty area. Really nice. It's very like picturesque, as many would say. But let's go into this house real quick so you can see. So here you can see the house, once again, very dimly lit, but it makes sense. They have a few things on storage. They have a very small kitchen. Not much going on in this house, and it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be kind of, you know, like a more rustic, horror kind of area. And here you have the bedroom. So bunk beds, they have 2 kids and 1 for each adult. And this way it's just kind of a cramped small area, but once again I think it came out really well. Really cool. Kids have a board game here, which is Gwent, if I'm not mistaken, or that's not Gwent, that's something else I think, but either way. But yeah, really cool spot here, really nice area, and it just kind of pulls together the whole house, in my opinion. This structure, working with rectangular structures can be very boring unless you get those interiors done, and then it really comes around. So then we'll go to this house, and you can see it has a very small overhang, nothing too crazy. If you go to the back, you can see here we just have stuff lining these houses, some composters. This is a small area to, you know, go up and back to where we just were. And then of course the back also has lots of details, and you can see here just small things here and there, kind of really to add to that environmental feel. Okay, and then going up here, you're gonna see we just have this house. This is pretty much like a shotgun house. It's everything all in one, no walls included. And you can see we have the kitchen, we have some wine, actually a lot of wine. We have this wine, barrels of wine, wine over here, wine over here. I'm sure you could tell, one bed. This person likes to drink. They like to have their house to themselves. Their house is kind of a wreck. It's a little messy, but it's not too bad. You can see here just a just a good old person living their life and doing their thing. It's really all this is. And with this house, I think it really looks cool. It's a little bit different than all the other ones, so it really ties together that, you know, uniqueness that comes along with these types of builds. So there we go. There's that one, and we'll move you on to the next one. So we're gonna go down here and go into this house. And here we go. So really nice fireplace to greet you. You could sit down, warm your feet by the fire after a long day. Definitely have this really nice kind of cramped straightway like kitchen dining area. We have this nice little rug here hanging up. Really nice though. It's decorated, I think, pretty well for the spot that we use, the very minimal space, but it comes out well. And then of course we have the bedroom, and simple enough. It's just a high, like roofed, kind of semi-cluttered bedroom, and I think it came out really, really well. Like I said, most of these decorations I tried not to overdo because I wanted it to maintain the feel of the older builds, as majority of the builds in this area are very much older. I really wanted it to maintain that and keep that feel. I didn't want it to be too different. Now what we'll do here is I will go around back, and once again you can see that's where we just were, right over there. If you come down here, you just have these small pathways. You have all these tiny little decorative features, like, you know, the old abandoned cart that's been sitting there forever because it broke and they never fixed it. Barrels as well. You have all of this just kind of tucked away in you know, this like overgrown area. Really cool spot here. And of course you could see a slung over there. And then we'll have the storeroom as well. And Dreamin' in Sound actually did this one for me, and because I was just like, hey, while I work on everything else, would you mind doing this? He did it, no hesitation. It looks awesome. You can see here we just have some small storeroom things, some food, some tools, things like that. Then if you go up here, once again, some small little bits of detail here. Looks really good though. This is a very difficult thing to work in a diagonal build this small, but he nailed it, and I think it really came out just absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be more happy about this storage room. And then of course we have the clothes hanging, you know, things like that. We have all the clutter here going back onto the main road. And then of course coming down this pathway here, you actually have, you know, the waste pile. Okay, they would definitely have that back then kind of tucked away. That's where they put all the waste, and you know, it would eventually become fertilizer, so you do have that. And this adds or joins into the outward path on the backside. So look, I forgot this world edit. But yeah, there we go. So this is the build, and like I said, it came out really well. It really helps to blend in with like this area back there, and there's still a lot more things to build, and I just can't wait to get done with that and to really like hone in on this area right here, because this could build up so much more, and I think it really needs to. But yeah, so this is the new area. I don't really have a name for it or anything because it's kind of just its own thing, but there we go. Pretty cool if you ask me. Really nifty, and yeah, couldn't be more excited about what's to come. So anyways, this is you know, the legendary porpoise. Thank you so much for watching. Just like always, I really appreciate it. If you have any ideas of what you might like to see in this Hampry Valley, like whether it be villages or trades or something like that, by all means let me know. I would be happy to take some ideas and put them to life. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. This is legendary porpoise signing off. Have a good day, happy gaming, and I'll catch you again for the next one.